I've watched development environments get steadily more complicated for 30 years or so, and now all of a sudden we've dropped back to the prompt. And I think it has wider implications than just the tools. It affects what we do as developers. So I used Visual Studio for many years with its debugger and solution explorer and profilers and database interactions and GUI editors. It was a bit like steering a jumbo jet. And then Cursor came along with its fantastic autocomplete facilities. It still looked like an editor, but some of those details had disappeared. And I still kept Visual Studio in the background for when I needed to do some detailed debugging, but Cursor was doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And then one day, Cursor swapped into agent mode, and I was quite irritated. How was I going to feed it just the right files to do the change it needed to do? But then I realized the AIs had got so good that you didn't need to hold their hands anymore. You could just explain what you wanted to happen and they would give you a pretty good implementation. Code review was the same. Most of the stuff that it generated was pretty good. The sort of thing I wouldn't send back in a PR to another developer. Then I realized, why run up Cursor's big GUI application, or Claude's for that matter, which is big and slow, when you can just run the command line version. Runs up in a few seconds and it gives you all the tools that I'm actually using. So the tools have changed radically, but the implications go well beyond that. Anthropic has gone on record saying that their engineering teams are 2 to 3 times more effective than their headcount because of Claude Code. A 5-person team is shipping like it's 15 or 20 people. And their response to that is to hire more project managers. And that's a key thing. The bottleneck is now deciding how the product should work, what it should do, or even what to build, not the implementation itself. There are going to be exceptions. OpenAI seem to have a 30-to-1 ratio between engineers and product managers by one unverified account, but I think this is going to be increasingly the case. For instance, I had a couple of features on my wedding newspaper studio product that were sitting on my to-do list, a WYSIWYG editor and QR code links to external sources. And using AI, I was able to ship that in a single day. The main part of the prompting was not how to implement it, but the interaction with the user and how it should look on screen, what good looked like. Now AIs are so good at implementation, what's left that distinguishes a hobbyist from a professional? It's not what they can build, it's whether they know it's the right thing to build and whether they've got the taste to make it good once it exists. If you're just about implementation, if you're just a code monkey, AI is going to eat your lunch. I checked in my lunchbox, it was mostly bananas.